Hey everybody, welcome back to Drinks and a Movie. Chris Hamker back with you, and in honor of Don't Breathe, I'm going to make this drink blindfolded. Yep, that's right. I'll tell you what, it's not easy either. Hope you guys enjoy this. Totally blindfolded. Alright, here we go. Hey everybody, welcome back. Wow, that was a terrible idea. Let's not do that anymore. Welcome back everybody to Drinks and a Movie. Chris Hamker here. Today we'll be talking about Don't Breathe, the new horror suspense film about a bunch of, kids planning on robbing a old blind man. Hence the blind drink making that failed miserably. Alright, so today's drink is going to be the Blind Pilot, and I'm excited about this drink because my favorite drink is a Manhattan, which is bourbon, vermouth, and bitters. And in this case, it's bourbon, vermouth, and the, I guess, secret ingredient, a liqueur called Galliano from the 70s. Look at this thing. Of course it's from the 70s. Jesus. Alright, so real easy drink. It's all 1 to 1 to 1. Into a shaker with ice, and shake it up and pour it into a martini glass. So let's see how this is. It's a big martini glass, so I'm going to do 2 to 2. We'll see how that works out. 1, 2, and a little splashed on my hands. Vermouth. And the ingredient, secret ingredient, I guess it's not a secret, the special ingredient, Galliano. 1, and another one. I don't know, this may be too much. Who knows? We'll see. Nope, that's not right. We're right here. Look at that thing. Look at that beast. Shake well over ice, and then we'll try the Blind Pilot. All right, here we go. Cheers, everybody. Interesting. Don't Breathe is written and directed by Fede Alvarez and stars Jane Levy, Stephen Lang, and Dylan Minetti, and centers on a group of burglars who've graduated to robbery, and they decide to rob a blind veteran played by Stephen Lang. Now this movie starts out not giving you anybody to root for, because no matter how you look at it, robbing a blind veteran is a shitty thing to do. I mean, these three are already assholes at the beginning of the movie. The only person that they give any reason for wanting to rob the blind veteran is Jane Levy's character trying to save her sister. This movie takes about 10 minutes at the beginning to introduce their characters and give them reasons for doing what they're doing. And then the movie kicks into high gear with a really taut, suspenseful thriller. And I tell you, there are times in this movie where the audience, along with myself, were holding our collective breaths just like the characters in the movie. I mean, this movie truly had me on the edge of my seat. The director uses darkness really well in this movie. It was almost like a fog of war where you couldn't quite see through it, but you knew something was there on the other side. So Stephen Lang, who plays the blind man, is back, and he is wonderful. You might remember him from Avatar fame, where he played the old grizzled military guy, essentially the villain of Avatar. He's wonderful in this. He's creepy yet sympathetic, and he moved about, and he was also very powerful, like he usually is, as Stephen Lang seems to be in every one of his movies. Also, Jane Levy is very good. She worked with Fede Alvarez, the same director, on the Evil Dead remake, which I liked. I just wish it was called something else. I thought it was a good movie. It just wasn't an Evil Dead remake. You guys may remember her from Suburgatory, a sitcom that was on a couple years ago that I really liked. The other actor is Dylan Minetti, and he really is fine. He really doesn't have much to do. His character is just kind of, the friend zone guy that wants to get with the girl. So yeah, he was fine. He was good. One of the last things I want to mention that I liked about this movie is this: once the kids get to the blind man's house, there's a really brilliant tracking shot where the director takes you through the house and focuses on certain things about the house that is essentially foreshadowing what's going to happen. And I thought that was pretty brilliant. I love that moment of the movie. I mean, this movie was really a great suspenseful movie, and you guys noticed I said was. So here's the part where I have to tell you about the things I didn't like. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything for anybody, but about 2/3 of the way through the movie, almost at the start of the third act, I guess it was about halfway through, there's a twist. And a twist, the twist by itself was fine. I was fine with that. But then the filmmakers felt the need to add on to the twist. There's something happens at the beginning of the third act that has to do with this twist that is very uncomfortable to watch. I mean, it was very uncomfortable for me, and I could feel it was very uncomfortable for the audience. Seriously, as I was watching, I was going, oh no, they're not going to do that. Oh my God, yes they are. Holy shit. And yeah, they did go there, and I'll never support censorship in any way. I think an artist should have the freedom to tell his story how he thinks it should be told. But I think this movie crossed the line. I think it went too far, and my biggest problem with it, and the reason why I think it's going to lower its grade for me, is that it did it just for shock value alone. This movie was already a great thriller, a great horror movie that kept you on the edge of your seat with the way that they filmed things, the way the actors were, and it had me. I was all on board until this, and it moved into the area of this torture porn exploitation that just wasn't necessary. And I've seen a lot of reviews of this, and nobody seems to be mentioning this. And I guess we're just so desensitized to all this stuff that awful things that we see don't affect us anymore. And this scene should affect us. This scene should make people uncomfortable, and maybe that's the point. But it just was too much. I think it was too much and was completely unnecessary. So now I'm having a problem. I don't know how to rate this movie. I thought it was a great, taut, suspenseful thriller up until that scene I'm talking about, and this scene really bothered me and took me out of it. And I was going to give it a solid 4.5 out of 5. Now I'm thinking, I'm giving it a 2.5 out of 5. It really bothered me and was totally unnecessary. Thanks everybody for joining me. Let me know what you think. Please let me know what you think after seeing this movie, because I want to know if I'm just being too sensitive or too harsh on this. I don't think I am, because it just really bothered me. So let me know what you think. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Have a drink on me. Cheers, everybody.